Congratulations, Andrey. Second win in Bastad, first for the year. Can you tell us about your feelings about that?
Ah, I feel great. I mean, to win here for a second time, it's a great feeling, and especially after a couple of weeks of not having a good results on grass, to kind of come here and to be able to win and show great tennis again. It's something that I'm proud of myself, and let's see. It's these kind of tournaments that help to kind of generate the trust in yourself, the confidence. So let's see how goes. The next couple of weeks. I'm excited, and let's see.
Have you found something special this week that they haven't found in the near future and in the time before?
Yeah, I did some improvements in myself for this last 2 weeks, and in the end, here I could feel that it's little by little working. Of course, there's some moments I'm still showing emotions or complaining, but I was able to be focused in the most important moments, to stay there, to be focused. And today as well, especially the first half of the set, when I was not still playing well and Lucy had a lot of opportunity, I was just able to stay there, just play, fight, to be focused, and in the end I was able to kind of say, to manage that moment, and then I started to have also opportunities, and I was a bit more lucky, and I was able to win a set. So I'm kind of proud with the improvements that I did, but I need to keep improving if I want to be back to top 10 and to learn to play completely, to don't show emotions.
Is that the goal, to get back to the top 10?
I mean, there is no goal. No, I mean, the top 10 will take care of itself when I start to do the things better. So there is no goals.
The key in the game was very much in the third game in the second set when I had some break points.
Yeah, I mean, the key was, I don't know if it was that game or not that game, because I was thinking that moment, okay, even if I lose my serve at the beginning of the match, I will just keep playing, keep looking for opportunities. Like, I was kind of inside thinking, even if I would lose my serve, of course you don't want to lose it, but I was not thinking that critical. I was still believing inside, even if I would start to lose, or even if I would lose the first set, I will still have chance to kind of to recover, let's put it that way. So, and in the end I was able to save that game, and little by little I started to have opportunities. We played tough game at 4-3 on his serve. I was able to come back to deuce, and then the next one I was able to have already opportunities and to use it.
You mentioned how much you enjoy playing here. It's quite an unusual part of the season because you go from grass to clay back to hard.
Yeah.
Is that something that you quite enjoy, the change, or do you think that in the future it might be a bit like what's happening with Argentina and Rio, where they might be on hard? Or
To be honest, I don't really care.
you just play?
Yeah, because in the end we can talk the same about grass. It's like, okay, you coming from clay just for 2 tournaments, like some players like Yannick only 1 tournament, and we call it grass court season. Like, it's not even season. It's 2 weeks, 3 weeks of grass, so you do the same fast change to play just 1-2 tournaments. So in the end it's part of the sport, and that's it. So it doesn't matter. Can happen that I play only 2 matches on grass, let's say. What a grass season. So sometimes it's for me it's part of the sport to change surfaces. Sometimes you change the time zone, then you change the conditions. Somewhere it's attitude, somewhere like Gstaad, and it's doesn't matter being the same surface. It's just to have attitude is huge difference compare if you have the same attitude but different surface. So in the end, conditions are always different, and you always need to adapt. Doesn't matter the surface, and so it's part of the sport. That's why for me it's like, okay, after 2 weeks I need to go back on hard. Okay, no, if I need to go 1 week for clay, okay, no problem.
Of course, Andrey, you noticed that Luciano was very frustrated after the first set.
Yeah.
Was that something you could take advantage from?
No, I just saw that he was frustrated, and I was okay. Keep focusing on yourself. Don't relax. Keep playing, and that's it. so I was not really, I mean, of course I saw, but I was not really paying attention to him. I was focused on me, like, okay, I won the set, perfect. He is kind of nervous, so I just need to focus and keep doing my job.
And your mental focus today was better than yesterday?
Yes, because there was one moment in second set when he could come back, and I was able to, when I drop a bit the focus, I was able to kind of to be calm and save the game, which didn't happen yesterday. So
Was that the key?
I mean, second set obviously was the key, because if he would break me back,
Yeah.
the game become again equal,
Yeah.
and I was able to save that game, save break points, save some couple of deuces, and to save the game. And then that until the end of the match, I was holding my serve quite confident.
It's not very often in 250 tournaments that the two top seeded goes to the final. So of course that's what the tournament director wants. And so, what do you think about that?
Nothing. I don't know what to think.
No.
I don't know what to think.
Is it special to meet the first and the second seeded in the final, or is there something you think about?
I don't know,
No.
to be honest, because it's a tennis, it's a sport, and it's a part of the sport that not always first and second seed are meeting each other, because maybe some guys, let's say like me, I was playing first round, and since Wimbledon I didn't play tennis, so plus, like I said, the grass court season for me was only 2 matches that I lost, and the first match I was playing, of course I had no confidence, and for me it was important to kind of to win, so I was like inside on myself, putting extra pressure that I need to start at least with 1 match. And then you have one guy who was already played 1 match, he have nothing to lose, he was shooting, hitting, and then it's like it's not easy sometimes to you need to pass this moment, but sometimes it's not easy, because like I said, the guy like have nothing to lose and he play amazing tennis as now, and sometimes you're losing, so that's why sometimes not always happen that first and second seeds they are arriving to the final.
You had a big celebration on court 3 years ago when you won.
Yeah? Which one?
I think you actually used the champagne bottle and kind of ran at the photographers with it.
Yeah?
I think it was...
I don't even remember.
Some people had to kind of escape that, but was there anything that was said that reminded you of like that celebration that you were able this time, or...?
I mean, today also was champagne, but
Yeah,
I did with
I
the
thought
ball
maybe,
boys. Yeah, but to be honest, I don't remember last year that I did it with the photographers. I mean, if I did it,
This
I'm
time
sorry.
it was
I didn't know that it was dangerous for them, but yeah.
And then you celebrated your team out there after the victory. You said it was the first title.
Yeah,
Can you tell us something what they mean to you?
I don't know what they. I mean, it's a question to them what it means to them. For me, it's not the first title.
What they mean to you?
To me, what they mean. I mean, for me, the physio that I'm having now is obviously become super close to me, because we spend a lot of time together, and we are on one, I would say, mood and one way. So we kind of super close together, and that happens since we started to work with him. I was winning titles when he was not with me on tournaments. So all the tournaments that I won, even Madrid or Monte Carlo, he was not there, and some other tournaments as well. So, and the tournaments he was, I did maybe maximum semi-final or something like that, or final I did. So after 2 or 3 years that he's working with me, it's his first only title. And the same for a tennis coach that we've been working already, I think 1 year. He's traveling with me sometimes when Fernando and Marat, they cannot. And for him it was also the first title. What it means there to me, I mean, there means a lot. Like I said, physio is the best physio I ever had in my life, plus super nice guy that become my friend, and the tennis coach that sometimes replacing Fernando and Marat is also super nice guy, and he's the good thing, he's ready to be on court as long as you want. If you need to be there 5 hours, 6 hours, he's gonna be there. And sometimes it's not easy to find, because some coaches, they kind of, okay, it's enough, you need to, I don't know, whatever, to rest a bit. And this one, he can be on a court even if it's day off, even if it's holidays, he's gonna be there as much as you need. And this is something that you don't fine often.
Will
What's
you-
his name?
Last question, sorry.
Yeah.
Do you name the Swedish artist Avicii,
Yeah.
Timberling?
Yeah.
Why did you name Timberling, and what Timberling means to you preparing?
I named him because first of all he was a huge inspiration for me, one of my favorite artists, especially from ADS music, and yeah, he was inspiration to me. That kinda I understand and I felt similar way, and in general, in my opinion, he was a genius of our time, and there was not many like him, and that's why, because he's from Sweden, and I know it's he make a huge kind of, I don't know, part in Sweden. I mean, not only in
Yeah.
Sweden, all over the world, but because
Yeah.
Sweden is his
But
home.
Do you listen to Timberling before the game?
No, before the games normally I don't listen the music, but overall I really into the music, and that's why I have all of his albums